FIFA World Cup, not watched by just millions of people, watched by billions of people in this planet. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is said to be a historic event. It's the first time we'll see 48 teams competing, and it's first time three nations are sharing the hosting duties. But hosting a tournament of this scale across an first issue is travel. The most obvious issue is the distance. Unlike the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, where stadiums were essentially in the same city, 2026 will be spread across thousands of miles. For fans and teams, this is a massive hurdle. A team could play a match in the cool climate of Seattle and then have to fly 5 hours to humidity of Miami just a few days later. FIFA has mentioned regional clusters to help with this, but the travel demands for the knockout stages will still be unlike anything we've seen before in a World Cup. This issue is very serious. Another major concern is playing surface. Most of the top tier stadiums in the US use artificial turf because they are primary homes for NFL teams. However, FIFA requires natural grass for all World Cup matches. This means stadiums like Sophie in LA or Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta have to install temporary grass system. The problem, playing on temporary grass over concrete or turf can be inconsistent. It can lead to seams in the pitch, which increase the risk of player injuries. Getting these pitches to a world class standard across 16 different venues is a massive engineering task. Another major issue, extreme weather condition. The tournament takes place in June and July in cities like Dallas, Houston, and Monterrey. Temperature can easily exceed 32 degrees Celsius. When you add high humidity to that, it becomes a safety issue for the players and the fans. While some stadiums have retractable roofs and climate control, many do not. Managing the kickoff times to avoid the midday sun while also catering to global television audience is a very difficult balance act for FIFA. Another big challenge. We also have to talk about how people will get around. Many US cities are built around cars rather than public transit. For international fans who are used to be taking trains to matches, the reliance on Ubers, buses, and rental cars in cities like Kansas City or Foxborough could be a shock. Traffic congestion around these massive stadiums is already a problem for domestic games. Adding 80,000 international fans per match will put an incredible strain on the local infrastructure. Even Ubers, buses, rental cars, any kind of travel in US through road is very expensive. Another big challenge is cost and visas. There's the cost and the paperwork. The US is currently seeing record high prices for hotel and flights. For a fan traveling from overseas, the 2026 World Cup might be the most expensive one in history. On top of that, obtaining a visa to enter the US can take months or even a year in certain countries. If fans can't get their travel document in time, we could see stadiums that aren't actually full, which would be huge shame for the tournament atmosphere. Even ticket prices are very high to watch a match. This is a huge disappointment for football fans. Players will have lots of issue due to poor condition of ground, lack of training due to matches will be very far from each and every match. Another issue is the biggest issue is the broadcasting issue. In many Asian countries, match will be broadcasted late night, which will get less viewer and less revenue. Now, despite these problems, the 2026 World Cup still has the potential to be incredible. The stadium are some of the best in the world, and the passion for football in North America is at an all-time high. But there's no denying that organizers have a lot of work to do to make sure the biggest World Cup is also a successful one. What do you think? Is the travel going to be the biggest issue, or are you more worried about the hit? Let me know in the comment below.